If you're a high performer, you're probably obsessed with data. I'm talking sleep scores, readiness, HRV, the whole dashboard. But what if the very tools you're using to get ahead are actually holding you back? Today, we are going way beyond those surface-level numbers to talk about how you can truly architect your own biology. Let's get into it.
This right here. This is the entire reason we're having this conversation. It's a pretty bold statement, isn't it? It basically says that a billion-dollar industry might be leading you astray. The numbers your ring or your watch are spitting out, they're accurate, sure. But the story they're telling you, that might be a complete work of fiction.
You know this feeling. I'm sure of it. You wake up, maybe even before your alarm. You feel fantastic, clear, energized, totally ready to crush the day. You glance at your phone and boom, a readiness score of 60 slaps you in the face. And just like that amazing feeling you had gets a little shaky. A seed of doubt is planted.
And that's the crazy part, right? The very device that's supposed to help you manage stress has just become the #1 source of it. We've literally handed over our own intuition, our own feelings, to a little piece of metal in an algorithm that doesn't know us. And that disconnect is exactly what we need to fix. So, this brings us to the real heart of the matter. We've got two things competing for your attention. On one side, you have the data your device is collecting, and on the other, you have the deep, undeniable truth of your own body. The real skill, the real edge, comes from knowing which one to listen to and when.
Let's break this down because this is so important. Over on the left, you've got the data layer. Think of this as the what. It's the raw metrics, your heart rates, your HRV, your body temp. But on the right, that's your sovereign rhythm. That's the why. That's your unique biological truth, the thing that makes you, you. Now, this idea of a sovereign rhythm isn't some new age concept. It's ancient wisdom. In Ayurveda, it's called your Prakriti. Just think of it like this. It's your body's personal operating system. It's the unique, unchanging biological code that you were born with. All that daily data, it's just an app running on top of it. And most of us are completely ignoring the OS. And here is a perfect example of why this matters so much. Your ring sees a low HRV, and its generic algorithm screams, "Whoa, take it easy, you need to rest today." But your Prakriti, your own sovereign rhythm, might be whispering something totally different. It might be telling you that your nervous system is actually perfectly primed for a few hours of deep, focused, creative work. The kind of work that leads to your next big breakthrough. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. We get so caught up chasing a generic score, a number that's designed for the average person, that we end up actively working against our own biological truth. You're trying to force your unique, high-performance engine into a generic, one-size-fits-all box. It just doesn't work.
Okay, so if we can't completely trust the story the data is telling us, what's the move? Well, it's about learning to tune into a much quieter, much more subtle signal. It's about listening to the whisper from your own body. And you can do it anytime, anywhere.
In fact, let's try it together, right now. Just for a second, forget your watch, forget your phone, forget all the tech. We're going to do a quick diagnostic, a simple check-in that humans have been using for thousands of years.
All right, wherever you are, just go ahead and close your eyes. Now, take a slow breath in for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now hold it at the top for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now just assess. Don't think about numbers, just feel. Does your heart feel kind of heavy, like it's working hard? Or does it feel rhythmic and pretty calm?
That feeling you just had, that simple, intuitive piece of information is more valuable than you think. Because if your heart felt all heavy and stressed out during that simple little exercise, then the low readiness score on your ring isn't the problem. It's just a symptom. The real issue is that your nervous system is out of whack. The ring is just the messenger.
And this all leads to a powerful new way of thinking. Look, the goal here isn't to throw your $500 wearable in the trash. The goal is to fundamentally change your relationship with it. From now on, I want you to treat the data it gives you as a whisper, a hint, a clue, not a command from on high.
So what does this actually look like? Well, it's about building a bridge between those ancient diagnostic rituals like the one we just did and your modern biometrics. The ultimate goal? To build a body that's so in tune and resilient that you don't even need a readiness score to tell you how you feel. You just know. You feel powerful because you're living in line with your sovereign rhythm. And that, my friends, is how you reclaim your edge.
And make no mistake, this is way bigger than just some wellness hack. This is a fundamental shift in how we approach performance. We're not playing for quick wins anymore. We're playing the long game. This isn't the era of biohacking. This is the longevity era.
So what's the real takeaway here? It's all about a shift in your mindset, a shift in your identity. It's about moving from being a passive data watcher to becoming an active architect of your own biology.
This is the call to action. Stop guessing what a generic number means for your unique system. Stop outsourcing your gut feeling. It's time to start deliberately, intelligently designing your wellness. You use the ancient wisdom as your blueprint and the modern data as your tools, and you build something that is powerfully and uniquely yours. So I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. As you move forward, when you think about your own health, your own performance, which one are you? Are you a passive data tracker, basically a slave to the algorithm? Or are you an active body architect in complete command of your own sovereign rhythm? The choice is all yours.